This evening, mother of man who drunk in BLACKA claims he was murdered over a motorcycle. Former finance minister faces 19 corruption charges. Burglaries in Canal number 1 thwarted by police checkpoint. Man kills self after chopping reputed wife. In the region, Venezuela continues to struggle amidst financial crisis, and internationally, baby gender reveal sparks $8 million wildfire.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Wednesday, November 28, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Early this morning, police in Region 3 apprehended 3 men suspected of burglarizing 2 homes on the west bank of Demerara. Here now is George Gonzalez with more.
At about 3:30 this morning, police apprehended 3 males suspected of having recently burglarized 2 homes in Canal number 1 polder. The ranks, who were conducting a roadblock exercise on the Metten-Meer-Zorg public road, West Bank Demerara, stopped and searched a yellow wagon motorcar, its driver and 2 occupants, a laptop, earpieces, 4 cell phones, an Amazon tablet, an assortment of jewels, a Guyana passport, local and foreign currencies, and other items were found in the vehicle. The vehicle and suspects were escorted to the Lagrange police station, where minutes later 2 reports of breakages in the Canal number 1 polder, West Bank Demerara, were reported, and the victims, both female educators, positively identified all of the items as their property. The suspects, who have all given several addresses each, are assisting with investigations. According to the GPF, the regular presence of the police on the western end of the Demerara Harbor Bridge has been very successful, leading to the arrest of a number of persons on weapons charges and various other offenses. The police also claim that there has also been a decrease in serious crime in the West Bank, Demerara, East Bank, Essequibo region as a result of the checkpoints. Channel 2 Headline News, George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. The Special Organized Crime Unit's probe into the Pradoville 2 land sale has widened following this morning's arrest of former Minister of Housing Irfan Ali. In this report, Esther Sobers tells us that he was summoned before the Georgetown Magistrates Court to answer 19 corruption charges.
Top, bottom, side, circular. When it comes to my conscience and my mind, I'm clear. There is nothing that we would have done that is illegal or that would have broken any law.
On Wednesday morning, former Minister of Housing and current opposition parliamentarian Irfan Ali was hauled before the Georgetown Magistrates Court. He was charged by agents of the Special Organized Crimes Unit around 6 a.m. and summoned to court to answer 19 corruption charges. Ali was not required to plead to the charges, which allege that between 2010 to 2015, he conspired with persons unknown to defraud the government of Guyana when he recklessly presented the value of 19 plots of lands at Sparendam, East Coast Demerara without obtaining evaluation. Ali is represented by attorneys Davindra Kisoon, Jaya Manichan, Priya Manichan, Anil Nandalal, and Sais Gunraj. Following trial, Nandalal questioned the legitimacy of the charges against his client.
Based upon what I have read, it does not appear to be a charge that is known to law. Conspiracy to commit fraud is a charge. What they are particularizing as facts to support that charge do not amount to that charge. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ali was released by Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan in his own recognizance and is expected to make his next court appearance January 7th, 2019. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The 4 firemen who allegedly stole from the crashed Fly Jamaica flight also faced Georgetown Magistrates Court this morning. 38-year-old Collis Williams, a section leader of the Guyana Fire Service, was charged with simple larceny. He pleaded not guilty, while fireman 30-year-old Aubrey Frank, 30-year-old Jamie Kingston and 27-year-old Royden Kennedy were charged jointly with having under their control articles reasonably suspected to have been stolen. They also pleaded not guilty and were each placed on $100,000 bail. They were also ordered to report weekly to the Providence Police Station and to lodge their passports as a condition of their bail. The matter was transferred to the Providence Magistrates Court on December 12, 2018 for report. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, man kills self after attacking reputed wife, and SOPHIA mother claims her son was murdered over a motorcycle. But first, here today's foreign currency exchange rate.
For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
'Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to sides. Wasted days spend the night. Tell me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your.
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
To find all your beauty and hair care products, visit the newly constructed American Home and Beauty Center, located at Robb and Wellington Streets. We have a wide variety of beauty products, including cosmetics, perfume sets, hair extensions, hair care products, costume jewelry, accessories, and many more. Check us out on Facebook at American Home and Beauty Center or call us on 226-4179. And remember to visit us at our mega location at Robb and Wellington Streets, across from CNS Channel 6. Welcome back. A laborer of Kurukuru Linden Suicide Highway took his own life after he attacked his reputed wife. Here's George Gonsalves with more.
On Tuesday, police discovered the body of 39-year-old Ian English, a laborer of 11 Kurukuru squatting area, East Bank, Demerara. English is accused of having severely wounded his common-law wife, 30-year-old Melicia Andrews of Swan Village, Linden-Soosdijk Highway. Andrews is presently at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation in a critical condition. Investigations revealed that the couple was experiencing domestic problems, and at about 3:30 p.m., the victim's mother was counseling English at her home when he allegedly went downstairs, returned with a cutlass, and inflicted several chops about his reputed wife's body, after which he allegedly cut a piece of rope and ventured into the nearby bushes. Soon after, English's body was later discovered hanging from a tree some distance from where the incident occurred. His body is at the Likens Funeral Home awaiting a post-mortem examination, while an investigation is in progress. Channel 2 Headline News, George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. The mother of the young man who drowned in the Lamaha Conservancy earlier this month stands firm in her belief that her son was in fact murdered. Esther Sobers sat down with the grieving mother, who alleges that she even knows who killed her son and why.
They don't reverse back crime.
Details surrounding the death of 21-year-old Devon Wallace remain sketchy. However, his mother, Alicia Edwards, alleges that Wallace may have been murdered by the same friends who reported that he had drowned. According to Edwards, her son was killed because he was going to return a stolen motorbike. This is after the man approached her alleging that her son and friends had stolen his motorbike.
After the guy came the night and said, they hear the bike is somewhere around here. So I said, what bike? So I said, what are they really talking about? I said, let me tell you something. I is one parent. I said, anybody could tell you about me. I always row with my sons. I always row with my son. When I see him got friends coming here, I tell you, I said, don't bring no friend by my place. Right? So I used to always be serious with my son. So when I hear that the guy come and telling me that with the bike, it left me in a shock and surprise, right? So he said, it's during to the bike, make the kill your son at the BLACKA, and that was it.
Was it a stolen bike?
Yes, it was a stolen bike. The civil letter, the guy turned and said, my son is the one that ride with the bike, right? And my son, like he turned and tell them, well, this guy know my father, and this thing got to return back. And I hear the one who at run right now concerning the bike, he said that they don't reverse back crime.
Several years ago, Wallace, a father of two, had a few brushes with the law, but since then, he did various odd jobs such as cleaning drains to support his family. Now, it has been almost a month, and the grieving mother is adamant that the police will find her son's killer, even though the main suspects have been released from police custody.
I did call an officer from Turkine police station. Weiser was speaking to the doctor. And I told him if he wanted to speak to the doctor, he told me some Abrams or something have the matter, and we got to come down there to see the officer. So I said, okay. I went back there, and every time they just keep saying, I'm going to call you, I'm going to call you, and they don't call. So I was the one who be calling them. When I call them, the phone turn off or the phone ring out. And yesterday I went to see the commander. I went to see the commander, and he told me, well, that they're starting to look into the case, and they're going to call me, and that's it.
Edwards added that her son would frequently be in the wrong company of friends and ponders that if he had heeded her advice, he might have still been alive. Nonetheless, she appealed to other mothers who may find themselves in a similar situation with their children.
I'm saying out there right now to all the mothers who have their kids and you're seeing friends coming around them, try to investigate and see what's going on, and try to sit and talk with your children and let them go in the right way.
On Sunday, November 5th, Wallace met his demise after he and several friends went to a popular swimming spot in SOPHIA called the BLACKA. His death was first reported as an accidental drowning. However, an autopsy showed that Wallace died from a fatal trauma to the head. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Christmas tree at Rahamans Park collapsed last December, and now, almost a year to date, another accident has occurred to it. George Gonzalez tells us more in this report.
At around 9 this morning, a truck slammed into the 70-foot artificial Christmas tree at Rahman's Park, Greater Georgetown. The owner of the tree, Ray Rahman, was reportedly on the scene at the time of the accident. According to Rahman, the truck driver accidentally hit the tree during an effort to avoid striking a cyclist on the road. However, he was not able to avoid the male cyclist, who was injured and promptly taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he is being treated for his injuries. The truck driver reportedly has injuries to his hand. Despite the damage, Rahman assured the general public that the tree is still on schedule for its annual light-up ceremony on Friday. Rahman said, quote, "These things happen and are unfortunate for the nation, but the fortunate part is that it is not on the ground. This year it didn't fall, so the Lord testing us, but he still is helping us. So we will lift it up with a crane, the entire tree from the top, put it on the road here, build over the stand, put it back by this afternoon, and then we are in business again." End quote. One should note, this is the second time in less than a year that a mishap has happened to the tree. On December 2nd, 2017, it collapsed while workers were in the process of setting it up for the annual light-up ceremony. Channel 2 Headline News, George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. According to reports from the police, the male cyclist has succumbed to his injuries. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Venezuela continues to struggle amidst financial crisis, and baby gender reveal sparks $8 million wildfire in Arizona. But first, here's this week's retraction schedule.
.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to waste the day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM. Real FM. The people's choice.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT Plus Size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
Welcome back. We now take a look at the region. Venezuela's economy has shrunk by a third since 2014, and the IMF thinks that things could get worse next year with an estimated drop of 18% more. BBC's Vladimir Hernandez reports from Caracas.
A supermarket in Caracas, empty and hollow. Many shelves have been left empty as the country struggles to deal with its worst economic crisis. In the last 3 years, the economy has shrunk by a third. The government blames US-led sanctions, but the widespread view is that this is more the result of the mismanagement of the country's vast oil resources. With little food in supermarkets, it's here where Venezuelans come to find what they need, street markets. But prices here rise fast. This farmers' market is an example of hyperinflation here. That white board there had prices which had doubled or tripled in less than a month. Take tomatoes. At the beginning of the time I was in Caracas, they were sold for 45 bolivars. A few weeks later, this had risen to 100, which is 122% higher. The same with eggs. In a matter of weeks, they became 50% more expensive, passing from 32 to 48 bolivars. Economists say that it's a mixture of shortages and the lack of production from the private sector that is affecting prices in the country.
One day you find a price and the next day it has changed.
We have to do miracles here. I'm 92 and I have to shop around different places to find better prices.
We don't know who's in charge of this mess, but we have to eat, so we have to take this.
As I was in Caracas, I did manage to find a supermarket with some food on its shelves. But this told me another story about the country's current economy. In a country with regular shortages and incredible levels of inflation, you can also find extraordinary distortions. So take, for instance, pasta, which is regulated by the state. It costs 1 cent of a US dollar. If you walk further down the shelves, you can find other goods which you may not need on a regular basis, like, let's say, slices of Victoria sponge. But this costs 2,000% more than the pasta, which is regulated by the state. And then you have the supply chain, which for shops like these is incredibly uncertain. One day, there are no eggs, there's no milk. And another day, you can only find toilet paper in every single shelf. And shops simply don't know what to do with it. Venezuela's inflation is already mind-boggling. The IMF already thinks it will close 2018 above 1,000,000%. And next year, the IMF's economists think it could be 10 times higher. Vladimir Hernandez, BBC News, Caracas.
And internationally, boy or girl? That is the question that sparked a week-long wildfire in the southern Arizona last year. The gender reveal of Dennis Dickey's child, burnt through 45,000 acres in the U.S. state, meant hundreds of people had to be evacuated from their homes and caused $8 million worth of damage. He was told to pick up the bill and was given 5 years probation. Here's BBC with more. Here's the 3-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, or Wednesday evening at 7 for more news. For now, I'm Bibi BLACKA signing out from your newscasting. Thank you for staying tuned and to have a blessed evening.